Hello friends, my name is Habib. Today we're going to learn how to make apple catching game using Scratch. These are the two costumes that we're going to use. Now I'm going to change the person from the Scratch cat to a circle. I think we just use the default Scratch cat. Oh great, that's right platform. Reload. Now I'll put a basket on the cat's head. So this is it. Then I'll delete this point. No. Delete. I make this curved. Bezier curve. It looks ugly. Now the circle. Make it look more baskety. Doesn't look that good, but still it will pass. At least for now. Set the button now. I also make the basket brown, obviously. The baskets are brown. I'll copy this basket, paste it here, copy, paste. Good, now everything is good. And now what I'm going to go to when flag clicked. When this flag is clicked, wherever, if then key D is pressed, then move 10 steps. This basically checks that if the D key on my keyboard is pressed, it's going to move the card 10 steps to the right. But if I press the A key, it's going to move the card negative 10 steps to the right. It works like a charm. Of course, I want to make the cut smaller. So instead of changing the cut into costumes, instead I can set the size to, like, for example, 10%. This sets the size to 10% of its this sets the size of the scratch card to 10% of the original size before immediately I press this flag, the scratch card size will be set to 10% of the original size. Also, I put it outside of forever because yeah, I only want it to be like when it's initialized. If I put this in forever, it would keep running it forever. So now Scratch gets 1/10 of its size, and now set to 50%. That's half of its size. 75%. Now 3/4 of its size. This thing's fine. This is fine. Now I've got to make the things the square cat to catch. So I'll make a new sprite that will contain the things the cat will catch. It's a circle. Oh. Oh no, I keep forgetting I'm not supposed to do that. Anyways, now instead of making this, anyways, so now I have this. Now this is going to fall from the sky, land it to the Scratch board. So And from flag clicked forever, because I want this code to run forever. Now I'll make it to change the Y position by 10. As you can see, it makes the move 10 steps up every well forever. Now I'll make it to move 1 step down forever. It's very slow, but I also want it to have gravity. So how do I make it have gravity? I'm going to set the default Y position. I'm going to set the default Y position to this X to this Y position. Okay. I just want it to have gravity. So how do I do that? I can make a new variable for each individual thing called gravity. Oops, called Y speed. This basically just as the Y speed. I'll set Y speed to 0. When I click the flag, I'll set the Y speed to 0. I'm not going to put it in the forever loop because I don't want it to be set to 0 forever. Then I'll change the Y speed by 1. Because I want the speed of this to be changing by 1. Now I'll change Y by Y speed. So now you see that, oops, I want it to be changed by -1. Now it has acceleration. Of course, when it lands in the scratch card bowl, if it's touching the scratch card, which in this case names sprite 1, I named this more sensible names, cat and bowl. Oops, I meant I don't need this cat and fruit. It's not really a fruit. If it's touching the cat, which is this, then what's it going to do? It's going to disappear. Of course, we want to make the clones of itself, right? So I do wait, pick random. Alright, it's going to wait, pick random 0.1 to 1. So now it's going to pick a random value between 0.1 and 1. Then forever, and then it's going to delay the code from a number between 0.1 to 1 second. Then it's going to make a copy of itself. I want it to hide. I don't want the original sprite to show. Now I want it so that when it makes a copy of itself, the copy is going to fall, and if the copy touches the bowl, it's going to go into the bowl. So when I start as a clone, repeat until cat. So it's going to keep doing the code in here until it touches cat, or until it touches the edge, which is these places. And then if it touches the cat or touches the edges, it's going to stop doing the code here and move on to the next line, which is delete this clone. Now it's going to accelerate. Oops, I forgot to set the Y speed to 0 over here. And you go to X this over here. Oh no. Oh yeah, I forgot to have to wait. Now it should work. Oops, I forgot to add show. So show itself. Now this ball is at the back of the cat. Now I want it to be the front, so I'll go to front layer. So it'll be at the front of the cat, so it'll be more realistic. I could have made the scratch cards go to back layer instead. I want the X position response to be random. So I'll see. I want it to spawn a random value from negative 220 to once upon a value from negative 210 to 210. Let me check this. 2 is equal to just let me put 2.0. There we go. This is really a fun game. Now I'm going to make a new variable called score for all sprites for this score, and then if it touches this, it's going to change the score by 1. So every time it touches it, when it touches the part, it will stop doing what's in here and change the score by 1 and delete the clone. The score we got 1, 2, 3. Wait. It's definitely very interesting. And finally, I go to the background. So I'm going to I can paint. I'm just going to make my own background. In this case, called a backdrop. This is going to be the ground. To make the ground curved. Keep the bezierness. I'm going to make the grass green. And finally, I'll make the background to be blue. I'll put it at the back. This doesn't look very nice. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel, ObaCode. Bye.